What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Mike from NYC. We back with another video. I'm not reacting to nothing, but I was just thinking, like, I don't even know how I got to this point, you know what I'm saying? Because I was really trying to figure out, like, you know, something I like to do with every girl that I talk to, right? As I like to ask them, like, yo, what is it about you that you really fuck with? Like, and not once we like getting to know each other, like once it's established that she really like me, like we've done, you know, like it's just established, whatever that means, like whenever I get to that point. And I remember the first girl that I was fucking with, and I don't know why I remember now, but I remember she said, like, yo, like I fuck with you because you wasn't easy. Like she used to harp on that. She's like, nah, you wasn't easy, and then later on she'd be like, oh yeah, and then like you balance me out, like our personalities are like offsetting and you balance me out, woo woo. But she'd be like, yeah, like, you know, like you wasn't easy. And then I remember the girl that I used to talk to after, like long after that, she was like, oh, like I came to her crib one day, I had like a clean, I ain't gonna lie, I was clean. Like I had the kicks on with the clean sweatsuit with a fresh cut. I was like, it was too much. And she was saying like, yeah, like you can't go outside, like I gotta keep you inside. She wasn't even my girl. We was just talking, like we was doing stuff and just talking. And I was like, what you mean by that? Like I knew what she meant, but I was just trying to see if she would say more. Like, what you mean? She was like, nah, nothing. Like she's looking at me with this like smolder, like nah, you can't go outside, like you can't have that. And I was really thinking like, okay, so, and then I remember why we stopped talking is because like she didn't like that. All right, so what happened was I dropped her off at her crib, and then I woke up the next day and I hit her like, yo, what's good? Like she didn't text me all day. I was cool with it. I was like, then I hit her later like, yo, is everything good? Like you good? Like I'm not tripping. Like I just want to know if you straight. Like, cause we was like, it was to the point we was texting like all day, every day, like bah 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 bah, like all day. And it's not that I was tripping, it's just I wanted to know, like, are you good? Like, are you good? Like, nah, I'm good, I'm just chilling. Alright, boom, I'll leave you there, right? Then I hit her like, yo, just, you know, whatever. And she was just like, yeah, like that's where things kind of ended. She was just like, she kept it a G with me though. I respect her for that. She was like, yeah, like I just wasn't attracted to that, like you know, when you did that, it really turned me off, and you know, whatever. And I was like, you know. And then I remember a situation where this girl I was talking to, we was in the same group, right? I'm not gonna say where it was, I don't want to give details. We was in the same setting most days, and in that setting that she knew me in, like the way that she viewed me wasn't me being a nice person. Like she viewed me as somebody that was like she was like, oh yeah, like when I saw you, like later on when we started talking, she was like, yeah, in that situation, like you was yelling at so-and-so OD, right? Because I was in a situation where somebody I knew where they was, you know, doing XYZ, and I had to always check them like, yo, you wild, you gotta chill, like you can't be saying that, like I fuck with you, like you can't just be talking reckless. And the other dude I knew, we would always debate basketball. You know those shits get heated, like nah, whoop, whoop. And we going back and forth, right? So she just saw me in a very hostile environment. Like she never really saw me as somebody who was like nice and loving, you know. But I understood that that's what, like, she didn't really care, you know. And then I was thinking and then the initial thought that got me to this whole point that I'm about to make is, I remember, like, I be thinking about all the girls that I know, and that all the girls I know fuck with niggas that they don't know. Like in terms of celebrities, like me personally, like I don't really have a celebrity crush. There are girls that I think look good, but I don't really have celebrity crushes. Every girl that I know pretty much has like a favorite celebrity that they would do whatever for, like, you know what I'm saying? That really made me think like, oh, okay, attraction is not how you think that she'll treat you, is who she thinks you are. Cause they don't know these niggas. Like, all right, let's use, cause I live in New York. I know a lot of New York girls, right? Main nigga that the shorties love in New York is A Boogie. right? If you really listen to A Boogie's song, like, it don't sound like a nigga that's gonna treat her good. Like NBA Youngboy, that don't sound like a nigga that's gonna treat her good. But NBA Youngboy got 12 baby mothers, and so it's not really about. They don't really, in terms of attraction. Attraction doesn't really matter in terms of how they think you're gonna treat them. It just matters about who they think you are, which is confident, authentic, and genuine. You know, and then that's the overarching thing that everybody likes. Every girl wants a guy that's confident. Every girl wants a guy that's authentic and genuine and real. And then after that, it starts to get like, most girls want a guy that's funny. Most girls want guys that are tall, you know. But something else that most girls want is a guy that has achieved something that most other guys didn't achieve. Like, when I thought about it, like, the reason that I was in the position that I was in high school is because in that bubble, in that atmosphere, I basically maxed out, meaning that, like, me being a significant member on the basketball team. So I'm a prominent, I'm a top 3 valuable member on basically the most important team in the school, because basketball basically like rules all pretty much in terms of popularity. And so in terms of status, in terms of achieving what, like in terms of achieving what most people didn't achieve, I pretty much peaked at what you could do in high school. Like, tall, black, athletic, basketball team, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? And so understanding that now in terms of how it applies to the real world, like, now that we in the real world, it's like, okay, now we're not in that setting no more. We in the real world. So what is valuable to me, what is attractive to me, is somebody who's been able to do something that most people can't or haven't been able to do. You know what I mean? How people respond to you, I think, is something that they also really take into consideration. How you respond to people. Like, when you walk into a room, or do people acknowledge and respect your presence? When you speak, do people pay attention to the things that you say? And I think that my understanding of things was more of, the way I viewed it was more like, oh, she cares more about how you treat her, when she doesn't in terms of, now she might care about that in terms of a relationship. Like, if she decides to be in relation with you, like, that might take some part in her decision making. But in terms of just purely her being attracted to you, I think that it's solely based on who she thinks you is, and has nothing to do with how you're gonna treat her. And I never really thought about that before until today. I was really thinking about it, like, all those things that, you know, all those things that happen, like, and everything that I just said, putting them all together, like, oh, it doesn't really matter. I think that's where dudes be getting fucked up though, because they think, like, logically, like, oh, if I'm nice to her, she'll like me. I think that's just what most people think. Like, that's just a basic fundamental, like, A to B. Like, if I'm nice to her, she'll like me. If I do this for her, she'll like me. If I then da da da, right? And then they'll be like, oh, like, oh, they don't fuck with the nice dudes, they fuck with the mean dudes, and so they be mean, and then that shit don't work. When it's not even that. I think it's more so that the dude that is quote unquote mean, right? Because I think I've been seen in a lot of settings where I've been seen as mean, but girls have been attracted to me, but it wasn't because I was being mean. It's because I was being authentic, and I was being my genuine self. So you being nice didn't work, because that's not who you really were in that moment. You were doing something for an alternative agenda. You were being mean for an alternative agenda. You weren't really being truly authentic you. When I was spazzing, I was yelling, I was going crazy, I was being my authentic self. I was confident enough to be who I really was in that moment, and not have an agenda outside of what was clearly my agenda, which was to, you know, yell at somebody or to argue or make a point with somebody. I wasn't trying to move in a way to be like, oh yeah, like, yeah, I'm this nice guy, I'm mean to this bitch. Like, no, that was never my MO. And I think niggas be missing out on that. Like, if you're confident enough to be your authentic, genuine self, Like, that's really it, bro. Like, and you gotta be willing to be okay with the fact that people not really gonna fuck with who you are. I was just watching a video and she was saying how Drake is corny and this and that and whatever. But in terms of the persona that Drake puts out, he seems pretty like a genuine dude, like somewhat corny, but pretty smart and a thinker and, you know, like, I guess sensitive. And some girls gonna think that's corny, but he's confident enough to be his authentic self. And I was like, damn, like, it's almost like this, like, the point that I was trying to reach, and or not even, I don't even know if I was trying to reach a point, but the point that I got to that, which is like understanding attraction and what girls are attracted to, it kind of depleted, because it was like, yeah, but at the end of the day, you got to be your authentic self. So, you know, like, some girls are going to be more attracted to guys that are outgoing when I'm not necessarily outgoing. Some girls are going to be more attracted to guys that are more reserved. Some girls are going to be more attracted to guys that are athletes or nerds or use big words or whatever, like, you know. But I think the main point was just to understand that, like, whatever value you put on how you treat them is, like, it's pretty pointless, I feel like. You know, and just being your genuine, authentic self is gonna take you way further than being fucking nice. Like, just being nice to get something. Like, if you're just being nice because that's who you genuinely are in the moment without any ulterior motive, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be nice to get on my good side and I can finesse, like, that doesn't, I just don't see that ever working. And to be fair, to be fucking fair, I don't know that I've ever just been nice to a girl just to be, I don't know if I've ever been nice to anybody for the sake of being nice. I've been kind, I've been caring, I've been considerate, but just being nice and being agreeable and being pleasant. Like, I'm sure there was plenty of times where I wasn't necessarily pleasant. I was coming into the room and I was disrupting the energy in the room, but I was just, that was my energy, that was my vibe. I came in, yo, I'm talking across the room, I'm being like loud and disruptive, but not on some, I'm trying to be seen. I'm just like, yo, what's up? Yo. I just changed the energy in the room. And I think that's really the important thing. Like, but I think that it's so hard for some dudes to probably even see that, because they don't have an identity outside of, like, they don't, I think it's really, I think, you know, and I have to be honest with myself, and obviously, well, I don't have to be honest with y'all, but I will be, and say that I'm not always as genuine as I could be. And to me, genuine, literally genuine just means, genuine and authentic means not having a hidden motive. Right? You can have a motive, but if you're open about that motive, that's genuine. Right? So if I woke up to a girl and I'm like, yo, hey, how you doing? Like, listen, I just wanted to say, like, I think you're attractive. Like, do you, like, whatever. Like, that's a genuine, that's as genuine as it gets. Like, hey, you know, I saw you from across the street. I think you look good. I think you're attractive. I just wanted to speak to you because you look good. How you feel about that? Whatever. That's genuine. But if I'm like, hey, do you know what Starbucks is? Meanwhile, I know where every Google, where's Starbucks? Like, or Siri, like, that's not genuine. And I think that, you know, I think that that's part of the problem. I think that's partly why I don't like a lot of my YouTube videos that I did before, because I wasn't genuine. Like, when I first started doing reactions, I just wasn't genuine. I was just like I don't remember, but it wasn't authentic. I was doing it to get I was doing it to get something ulterior motive, you know, versus now when I get behind the camera, it is what it is, you know. Like, do I, and it's like a balance. Like, do I say more to be entertaining potentially than I would if I was by myself? Yes, but it's still authentic. Like, I'm not being fake. Like, everything that I say is real and I mean it, you know, and I do try to be entertaining to an extent. And so I just really want to just, but I think the point I was making is that I think it's hard for some people to identify that they're not really genuine, because when you've been so disingenuous for so long, you don't even know you don't even know why you do the things you do, right? And I had to really think about it. Like, sometimes when I walk into a room, I'm so keen on like seeing what people need, like, and to be honest, to be genuine and authentic, I don't really know why I do that. I don't know if I do that because that's my authentic want and desire to make sure everybody in the room is good, or is there something that happened that made me want to make sure everybody's good to get something in return. And I've been doing it for so long that I don't even know, like, I don't even really know the root of why I've been doing it. And so to really dig up and dig, like even just being super conscious and aware of yourself and the small just the small movements that you do. Like, yo, why am I doing that? Like you ever been on, like, look, this is a great example. Look, you ever been on the phone with somebody and the conversation get dry, or not even dry? Like, it's just it's a quiet moment. You know what I'm saying? It happens in conversation, like, you know, transition, and, you know, there's nothing really to say, and you like start humming and shit. But if you was by yourself, you wouldn't start humming or singing, none of that. You just like, you just trying to feel the air. Like, to me, I feel like that's not authentic. That's not genuine. Because, or at least for me, because when I would do that, it would be like, I don't want the other person to be bored. And so now I'm doing something to make somebody else feel some way about me, when really I don't have nothing to say at that moment. I may not have nothing to say for a minute. So I'm just chilling, like, whatever. Or even just me trying to think of things to say, versus me being like, hey, I ain't got, like, my authentic, genuine reaction would be like, yo, I ain't, not that I don't want to talk to you, I don't have nothing to say to you right now, so I'm gonna call you back whenever I feel like calling you back. Or if you have something that you want to talk about, we could do that. Versus me being on FaceTime like, just making noise, just to be making noise. It's not genuine. And, you know, it's a difference between being fake, you know, because it's two opposite ends. I wouldn't say that I'm a fake person, but I wouldn't say that I'm as genuine as I would like to be. And I think that the world that we live in, it doesn't, especially the way that I've grown up, it doesn't really reward you for being genuine. Because when you really think about it, like, when you're a kid, right? Let's say you're a kid and you see somebody fat in the elevator, and you just say, yo, he fat, right? And it's like, whoa, you can't say that. So already you telling me I can't really be authentic. And not that I don't understand it. Like, yo, like, it's not nice to say that to people, which is agreeable, which is, oh, okay, so then I'm learning, oh, I gotta be nice. Oh, okay, nah, it's not nice. Oh, so you want me to be nice? Oh, that's what I had to say. You want me to be nice? I get it. I got you. Good, we good. Don't even trip. Like, you ain't saying nothing about being authentic. I didn't hear anybody say, yo, be your authentic self. Maybe until I was in my teens. I didn't even hear anybody say, yo, just be your authentic self. And I heard it from E.T., the hip-hop preacher, Eric Thomas. Heard it from him. Like, yo, be your authentic self. They teach be nice, be agreeable, be pleasant to be around. That's what they teach. And then when niggas grow up and try to be nice and be pleasant, and that's what they think is valuable, now they like, yo, what's up? What happened? But it's so deep rooted that I don't even think niggas have done enough digging to even break that concept apart. Like, I think even in these YouTube videos, sometimes I'll like just say whatever just because it's a video, instead of being authentic and being like, you know, either being complete with the video or like just chilling and waiting for the next thought to come or whatever. I'll be like, I'll just say random things to fill the video or fill the air or fill the space, or I'll react to something. There have been times where I'll I mean, I don't know if that's not, I wouldn't say that's not genuine. Like if I react to something I wouldn't watch by myself, I don't think that's disingenuine. But you know, it's just like, it's just doing that digging. Like, what do you do that's disingenuine? Like, what do you do that you have an ulterior motive in? And just being real with yourself. I guess I've made enough examples about, you know, what little things that I've done or think that I have done that I see as not genuine. And I think that's something for me to work on, you know, because there's always something. Like there's never not something that you can work on when it comes to yourself. Like me, I'm trying to get in better shape. I don't want to be some fucking bodybuilder, but you know, I would like to get a little bit more tone. I think I'm on like the wiry side right now. Like my body right now is like, you know, I'm flexing right now. I gotta be authentic and just let my shit hang so y'all can see what's really up. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I really want to have like a beach body. You know, like I want my shit to be clean cut. You know, so I've been trying to eat right and things like that. There's always things to improve on. There's always things to work on. You know, and these are just the type of conversation that I have with myself pretty frequently. You know, and so it's like, all right, for the next 30 days, you know, I was like, all right, I'm not gonna lie for the next 30 days. And I was like, I'm not gonna do that. But what I am gonna do is for the next 30 days, I will never have a motive that I don't say. So, like, just to see, like, so let's just say I walk into a room, I see a shorty, or let's say I woke up to a group of girls, and there's one that I really want to talk to. Right? Like me being true to what I said I want to do would be like, hey, how y'all ladies doing? I really came up to talk to her. I really want to talk to her. I think she's fire. I think the rest of y'all look pretty good too. No disrespect. I just want to talk to her. You know? Now, is that any tact? There's no tact to that. There's no finesse. But fuck it, if it's not genuine and authentic. If it's not genuine, if nothing else is genuine and authentic, you know what I mean? And I guess we can work on how to say things while still being genuine and authentic later. Or if like, I don't know, I guess that's the best example that I had. Or for example, I was on the phone earlier with this with, you know, somebody, and she was like, was really my friend. You see, I want to be authentic, because I could have left it in the air and been like, oh, somebody, and gave the impression that she was somebody more than a friend, but she's really not. She's really just my friend. But I was on the phone with her, and you know, we was chilling, you know, and how the dead conversation go, and you know, I usually get the humming and I don't do that, you know, but you know, just making a beat or just snapping or humming, right? And I'm just there tucked, like I'm on a game, like, you know what I'm saying? And you know, even down to the facial expressions, because sometimes when I walk in a room, I like smile a little bit just so people don't think there's anything wrong. Really, my natural face is, that's really my natural face. People like, yo, what's wrong? Like, nah, nothing wrong. I'm just chilling. Like, you sure? Like, I don't want people to think anything. But that's me having a motive or an agenda. So let me get back to it. We on the phone, we chilling, right? And she called me, by the way. You know what I'm saying? She called me. She got whatever she want to say. Or cool, right? So she say whatever. I don't really have nothing to say. She called me, right? Not in an animosity type of way. I just didn't have anything to say in the moment. Like if I call her, I got something I want to tell her. Like if I make a YouTube video, I got something I want to say, you know? And so she, you know, whatever, she said what she said, and that was it. So I'm chilling right here, right? And she doing whatever. I'm here playing the game, whatever. And she look at me, she like, yo, you good? And that's the shit that I hate. Like I hate people asking me if, I don't know why. Like, nah, I'm good. Like, nah, something seem wrong. Like, nah, I'm good. I'm just trying to, you know, like, I ain't got nothing, like, you know? And just working on just even you see down to the little, like the little details, because it be so little and subconscious though, because I could have left it be like, oh yeah, I was talking to this shorty. She not no shorty, like she a shorty, but she ain't a shorty that's really a shorty to me. Like she's somebody's shorty. She ain't my shorty, nothing close to it. That's my dog for real. That's really my dog for real. Like, I gotta keep it a stack. That's my dog, right? And so even down to the little, like, I'ma just float that she a shorty and act like, nah. I gotta keep it a stack. I got no motion right now, but it's cool. You know, I'm not tripping, and I really mean that. Like, it is what it is. Like, I'm really not tripping on that, on having no motion. Like, sometimes I do be like, damn, like, why I got no motion? But, you know, there's a lot that I could work on. But, you know, part of it is probably me not being genuine. Me not being, not that I'm fake, but genuine. You get what I'm saying? Like, real and authentic. Like, everything that you say, like, the motive is clear. You not being shady, you not having ulterior backdooring, like, oh yeah, like we should catch brunch and you know, meet up, knowing damn well I don't care about no brunch. I ain't never been to brunch. I ain't never even had a mimosa. I don't care about no brunch. Like, I'm on BT if that's what I'm on. I don't be on BT though. Like, nah, like whatever. I be on some chill, but like, nah, I'm jacking. Like, what's up? Let's get to know each other. Like, I don't, like, you look good. Nah, I don't really, like, that's all I know about you. So I want to get to know more. Is that cool? Like, that's the intrinsic energy that I have. Like, oh, you valid. Like, you seem cool. Like, I want to get to know you more. I want to see if I could really fuck with you for real. Do you feel the same? That's really my energy. But, you know, sometimes, you know, I feel like I've done it before. Like, I'll be like, oh, you know, I like your shoes. Busted shoes. Busted shoes. I gotta keep it real. I gotta be real in front of God. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be real in front of God. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like that too. Like, I don't even really be talking about God on here for real. Like, but because I don't think people want to hear it. I mean, that's different because it's like I'm making content, but I don't know. Like, I don't feel comfortable leaving God out of anything I'm doing. Respectfully to anybody else who do God, like, I love you. Love thy neighbor. That's what I'm on. So if you around me, you my neighbor. I love you, gang. Like, but like wherever I go, God is coming with me. Like, I'm feeling me. The spirit is with me. So if you're not jacking that, that's cool. Like, I'm just not gonna be there. Like, no disrespect to nobody. I love everybody. You get what I'm saying? And so yeah, that's pretty much it. I feel like this should have been a stream. I feel like I really want to stream more, but I don't really have the laptop and the equipment to stream, at least to my knowledge. But yeah, man, I'm gonna leave it at that, man. I'm out of here.